Namaste and welcome to Yoga Story Daily Dose of Yoga. Today we'll be continuing on with our glute series, moving on to mini glute sequence 2. And with our second glute sequence, we'll start standing. So moving through a standing glute sequence, coming to the top of your mat, standing with the feet about hip width apart, evenly pressing down through the feet, keeping the toes relaxed, knees soft, belly drawn slightly in, and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. So always starting with this good posture when we come up to stand, taking that deep breath in, shoulders up, and back and down, breath out. Again, shoulders up, breath in, back and down, breath out. And here we'll bring the hands to the hips. Shift the weight to the right foot and hover the left foot above the ground. Deep breath in. On your exhale, extend the left leg long behind you, pressing through the heel, hinging at the hips. So we have a couple of different things going on through each side of the glutes here. With our left glute, we have the gluteus maximus and medius engaged. With our right hip in this hip flexed position, we have our gluteus minimus engaged. Of course, along with other hip muscles working to help keep this pose. Here, taking the fingers at the front of the hips, lift the hips forward and up, coming back up to stand. Find the weight again, even between both feet. Shoulders up, back and down. Breath in, back and down, breath out. Once more here, bring the hands to the hips and shift the weight to the left foot. Hover the right foot above the ground, breath in. And again, starting to extend the right leg back behind you, hinge at the hips, pressing through the heel. And we're really actually just hinging at that left hip and extending through the right. So as we extend through that right hip, again, engaging, among other muscles, our gluteus maximus and medius, and engaging the glute min with the flexation of our left hip. And then again, taking the fingers to those bony parts at the front of the hips, lift the hips forward and up, and return the foot to the ground. Bring the weight to the right foot, left knee forward and up, breath in. Step the foot back into warrior two. So we bend the front knee or the right knee above the ankle, left toes face the long edge of the mat. Here again, lift through the hips. Feel that engagement right away as you lift through those hips and open that outer rotation, that lateral rotation of the hips here. We're again engaging through the glutes and bring that right knee directly above the ankle. You can leave the neck neutral, you can leave the hands on the hips, take the upper body mostly out of it, or you can go ahead and come to that full expression of warrior two, opening the arms out to a T, neck neutral, or gaze over the right fingertips. Deep breath in. Bring the hands back to the hips, straighten through the right leg, and turn the right toes and left toes in toward each other. Here we have that medial rotation of the hips. Lift through the hips, breath in, hinge to a half fold, breath out. Bring a slight bend to the knees, so we bring some ease to the hamstrings, some ease to the low back, and then find your full forward fold, releasing the hands to the ground, crown of the head toward the ground. Weight is toward the balls of the feet. Toes are relaxed. Here we lengthen through the glutes. And lifting chin, chest forward and up. Bring the hands back up to the hips, back into that half fold. Lift hips forward and up, coming up to stand. Turn the toes out away from each other. And then sink the hips down to a horse pose. You can rest the hands on the hips. You can let the hands, palms be face up, backs of the hands resting on the thighs. Here, really strong through, again, glute max, glute med, and glute min as we have this flexation of the hips. Flexing the hips slightly here, and we also have that lateral rotation. Pressing down through the feet, come back up to stand. Here, turn the right toes toward the long edge of the mat. Left toes face the short edge of the mat. Bend the left knee above the ankle, and we'll bring the hands to the hips to start. Here again, lifting through the hips, finding our warrior two on the left side. And then feeling free to come into your full expression. So hands can stay on the hips, and you can just keep the upper body out of it. Or you can open the arms out and up, shoulder height, gaze neutral, deep breath in, and option to gaze over the left fingertips. Really feel that engagement through the gluteals here. Sometimes we forget to engage the glutes in some of our standing postures, but it really, in order to have this nice openness through the hips, those glutes really have to be working to help that. And bringing the hands back to the hips, straighten through the left leg, turn both toes in toward each other. Again, that medial rotation. Deep breath in, hinge to that half fold once again here, bringing a slight bend to the knees. Inhale, shoulders relax back, weight toward the balls of the feet, and on your exhale, release the fingers toward the ground, crown of the head toward the ground to that full wide leg forward fold. On your next breath in, lift chin, chest forward and up. Bring the hands back to the hips, back to a half fold to start, shoulders back, and then lift hips forward and up. Pivot the toes in toward each other. Relax the arms, shoulders up, back and down, breath in. Back and down, breath out. Shoulders up, breath in. Back and down, breath out. And then bringing the hands to prayer. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Thank you again so much for watching. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be moving on to a new series tomorrow, so join me tomorrow to see what that is as we go forward with Yoga Story Daily Dose of Yoga. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Peace.